Good morning, students. Now we are going to learn the criticisms of Say's law. What is Say's law? Say's law indicates that supply creates its own demand. The following are the criticisms against Say's law. First criticism is, according to Keynes, supply does not create its demand. It is not applicable where demand does not create as much as production increases. Second, automatic adjustment process will not remove unemployment. Unemployment can be removed by increase in the rate of investment. Money is not neutral. Individuals hold money for unforeseen contingencies while businessmen keep cash reserve for future activities. Say's law is based on the proposition that supply creates its own demand and there is no overproduction. Keynes said that overproduction is possible. Keynes regards full employment as a special case because there is underemployment in capitalistic economies. The need for the state intervention arises in the case of general overproduction and mass unemployment. Next, going to understand about Keynes' theory of employment and income. Keynes' book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, published in the year 1936, is a highly significant work that marked a turning point in the development of modern economic theory. This will be in one mark question, underline. The theory of Keynes was against the belief of classical economists that the market forces in capitalist economy adjust themselves to attain equilibrium. Keynes not only criticized classical economists but also advocated his own theory of employment. Keynes' theory was general theory as it tried to explain all type of situation, etc., not only equilibrium level, of employment, but also the concept of full employment as well as the possibility of underemployment. Keynes' theory of employment was based on the view of the short run. According to him, the factors of production such as capital goods, supply of labor, technology, and efficiency of labor remain unchanged while determining the level of employment. Uh, Look at the box. John Maynard Keynes was one of the most influential economists of the 20th century. He was born in Cambridge in 1883. In addition, in his work as an economist, he held position as civil servant, a director of the Bank of England, and leader of British delegation of negotiators at the Bretton Woods Conference at points in his career. Economic theory based on his idea is known as Keynesian economics and remain highly influential today, particularly in the field of macroeconomics. Uh, this may be 2 mark or 3 mark question. Write a note on uh, J.M. Keynes. Mark it. Next, going to learn the concept of effective demand. The starting point of Keynes' theory of employment and income is the principle of effective demand. Effective demand denotes money actually spent by the people on products of industry. The money which entrepreneurs receive is paid in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profit. Therefore, effective demand equals national income. This is a book back 2 mark question, question number 26, mark it. An increase in the aggregate effective demand would increase the level of employment. A decline in total effective demand would lead to unemployment. Therefore, total employment of a country can be determined with the help of total demand of a country. According to the Keynes theory of employment, effective demand signifies the money spent on consumption of goods and services and on investment. The total expenditure is equal to the national income, which is equivalent to the national output. The relationship between employment and output of the economy depends upon the level of effective demand, which is determined by the forces of aggregate supply and aggregate demand. Effective demand is equal to Y is equal to C plus I is equal to output equal to employment. Effective demand determines the level of employment in the economy. When effective demand increases, employment will increase. When effective demand decreases, the level of employment will decline. The effective demand will be determined by two determinants, namely consumption and investment expenditure. This will be in 2-mark question, mark it. What are the determinants of effective demand? The consumption function depends upon income of the people and marginal propensity to consume. According to Keynes, if income increases, consumption will also increase but by less than the increase in income. The rate of interest and marginal efficiency of capital determine the investment levels. Rate of interest depends on money supply and liquidity preference. Here you should know the meaning of liquidity preference. Liquidity preference means nothing but the cash holding of the people. Keynes has given importance to the concept of liquidity preference. Liquidity preference is based on three motives, namely transaction motive, precautionary motive and speculative motive. What are the three motives of liquidity preference will be in 2-mark question, mark it. MEC depends on two factors, namely prospective yield of capital asset and supply price of capital. For more details, see chapter 4. Aggregate demand function, that is ADF. In the Keynesian model, output is determined mainly by aggregate demand. The aggregate demand is the amount of money which entrepreneurs expect to get by selling the output produced by the number of laborers employed. Therefore, it is the expected income or revenue from the sale of output at different levels of employment. Aggregate demand has the following four components: consumption demand, investment demand, government expenditure and net export, that is export minus import. What are the four components of aggregate demand will be in 2-mark question, mark it. The desired or planned demand spending is the amount that households, firms and governments and the foreign purchasers would like to spend on domestic output. In other words, desired demand in the economy is the sum total of desired private consumption expenditure, desired investment expenditure, desired government spending and desired net export, the difference between export and import. Thus, the desired spending is called aggregate spending. Underline, this will be in 1-mark question. And can be expressed as AD is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Look at the diagram. In this diagram, it explains that aggregate demand price increases or decreases with an increase or decrease in the volume of employment. aggregate demand curve increases at an increasing rate in the beginning and then increases at a decreasing rate. Look at the diagram. The AD curve is upward sloping curve. It increases at an increasing rate at the beginning. After a certain point, it starts declines. Okay, it indicates that it increases at decreasing rate. Understand? This shows that as the income increases, owing to increase in employment, expenditure of the economy increases at a decreasing rate. I hope that you all understand about the concept of effective demand, aggregate demand function. Thank you, students.